Ledaig. 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 Welcome back to another review with me, Kevin, from Kevin Grant on Whisky. As you've seen at the start, the pronunciation of this one can catch some people off. The pronunciation for this, and what we'll be looking at today, is the Ledaig or Ledaig 10-year-old. I remember my first time setting eyes on this, and I said it how I seen it. It looked like this way, never understanding. Even being Scottish, I never knew there were so many different ways to describe things, and all these small differences. So Ledaig. This is an older bottling. This I've had in my collection for a while. I think a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I know they have upgraded their branding and things, but this is an older one. So I think I actually got this well over a year ago anyway. I've just got a tiny bit left. I've actually got some in the glass just now, just marinating in there. I've got a wee lid on it just so it's not filling the room, just giving it a little bit of life out with the bottle, because it's been in the bottle for a long time and it's my first dram from it, and I don't even know how long, months and months and months. So hopefully maybe it changes that a little bit. But Ledaig is from the Isle of Mull, from the distillery of Tobermory. So Tobermory's are unpeated malt and the Ledaig is their peated malt. So they've got two different avenues there. It's owned by Distell, which has got some of their favourites in there, like Deanston and Bunnahabhain. So you've got the two there, plus this guy. Kind of sits in the middle, you know, it's just starting to creep up a little bit more. Mull's very small, there's not much going on. You've got this small distillery producing some unbelievable liquid. So unpeated and heavily peated. We put it on the peat scale, it's at 40 ppm. Around about that mark, which is kind of your average for Islay, but there's so many different flavours and textures that I seem to get from this whisky. I like everything to do with the bottle, it's everything you want to see. This is a 10-year-old single malt, 46.3%, unchill filtered, and no added colour is what you want to see. In fact, take that back, the colour thing there potentially could be, I thought I did see it on the newer bottle, but this is the older one. One of the things that's always got me though is everything they do is 46.3% in distill. So I don't know why, you know, everything, you look at your Bunnahabhain, if you bring a Bunnahabhain core range, say the 12, you bring the Deanston 12, Virgin Oak or whatever, 46.3%, Tobermory 12, 46.3%. So there's something there, that's just the magic number. Maybe it's just to show us enthusiasts, for instance, that it's over 46%, what we would like to see. But let's get into this one, try and remember what I can smell and taste from it. So I'm going to take the wee lid off. I'm pretty sure it's going to fill the room straight away. Yeah, you get that, you get the smoke straight away. It's quite floral at the same time. It's quite little salty ocean breeze to it. It is what I remember it from. I do remember it. It's kind of like vanilla pods or straight vanilla coming from it, which leads me to believe it's a full bourbon maturation. A little bit of oak in there. There's a lot going on for what it is. It's got a little bit of legs on it too. The colour's there. It's very light for a 10-year-old, but core range, this is what you want to be coming out consistently, very consistent. You know, it has to come out the same every single year so people keep buying it, like me. Let's get this on the palate. Slange everyone. It's quite, on the palate, it's got more brine, that more oceany brine, kind of smoked to an extent, like smoked fish or something. There's a little bit of spice, not as much as remember. It's softer, but there's like a soft pepper note or maybe soft ginger coming through. But it's very sweet. On the nose, it's very powerful with, you know, your floral notes, the sea, peat smoke coming through. But on the palate, it kind of seems to settle down a little bit and give you a bit of a spicy note to it. So it's hitting certain things. The nose is getting one thing, the palate's getting something else. I really do like that about a whiskey. I like it being dimensional to your sensories. You know, you can see it, it looks good. You smell it, it smells like something you maybe didn't expect when you seen it. And then it tastes different from what you smell and what you've seen. So it's just you're always working with it. I don't like whiskey where I can just look at it and go, it's going to be good and I expect this. I like it to always kind of catch me out or treat me in different ways. And I do get that with this. But a great whiskey. It claims to be one of the Scottish oldest distilleries as well. The big number on the front of 1798. I know it was a small island, and they were planning on having it as a fishing village, you know, to get all the boats to come in harbour and take all the fish away. I think they did to an extent, but I think that overall all the boats ended up coming into Pulteney up in Wick and taking all that trade away. But this whiskey, it still hangs around. The peat is there. It's not as pungent as Islay peat, definitely not. It's not got that full-blown hit in the face, I'm a super heavily peated whiskey. It's lighter. It's still got bold flavours coming through. Not even having it right up against the nose, I can still smell it coming up from the glass. Having the wee topper on it is good to kind of keep them all in and then just let it explode. I always treat it like a firework display. Once you take this off, flavours can go out. Sometimes if I'm struggling with whiskey and I can't get some flavours and I'm only getting a couple, but I feel like there's more there, I like to put a lid on it and just keep it in, let it get excited, and then when you open it, you get something a little bit more. It's a whiskey that I wouldn't add water to, definitely not. Go back in for another wee sip. It's like the smoke that comes through is it's quite buttery as well now. Long mouthfeel, the brine note stays with it, but that heather note complements it, makes it the sweetness coming through with the peat. Quite complex, in your face. The 46.3% is a great number for it. I think if it was any higher, it could throw it off, but it's a solid dram. I think when I got this, I picked this up for under £50. I think it was maybe £45, £40 at the time. I think they're still around about the same. I think they're keeping that price point the same, even though they've rebranded. But a lot of distilleries that you've seen of late have put a different branding out there. But this is what I would get again, value for money, what I'm getting with it. A different style of peat from Islay. Yes, I would definitely buy this again. I've got, I'd say, a dram and a half left, or 2 drams, so a single maybe here in the house. And once this is gone, I'll give it a week or so and see. I've got some space in there now. I've got some bottles sitting here, empties, that I'm maybe looking to do a little review on my empties. I did plan on doing a review today with the empties that I've got beside me, but unfortunately I am now on a 2-week lockdown with COVID. I don't have it, it's just been in close contact with someone that has, or just a precaution. So maybe we'll get some more videos out in the next 2 weeks. Just my recycled review will be at the bin in the kitchen and not the glass bin outside. So at least the neighbours won't see and think what is going on here. But it's a really enjoyable whiskey. I do enjoy it. I would buy it under £40 if you can pick it up. Definitely go for it if you like something peaty, if you like a kind of bourbon influence on your whiskey. Bourbon and peat, very simple, but I think the cask can really make what they're doing with these here. I enjoy it. Yeah, I really do enjoy it. I think what I'll do is I poured myself quite a healthy dram for the first one. I didn't have a dram before this, so I think I'll have some dinner, then maybe go back to whiskey and start on something a little bit lighter, non-peated, and then move on to my peated whiskey. But have you tried this? Has anyone tried this? Do you like that kind of style of whiskey, or do you just like stick to Islay peated malts? What's your review? Leave a wee comment below and let me know. But I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whisky. Thanks again for tuning in and following my channel. It's been great putting the content out and interacting with you guys. I'll be back next week, maybe even be quite sooner than that, and doing some more videos, since I've got nothing else to do. I'm not allowed to leave the house, so maybe just bombard you a little bit more and try and find some content for what I can do. But if it's not during the week, always remember, tune in next week and let's talk whiskey. Slange.